Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Big shout out to my man Carlo in Massachusetts, the great reservation in the Northeast, headed by the squaw, Johannes, Skin Lizzie. Sorry, man. I'm sorry she represents you, but at least you don't have Gavin Newsom, right? Anyway, a lot of crazy shit going on, as usual. But a departure from all this corona China virus bullshit. So the Attorney General announced that we will be looking to acquire the president of Venezuela. That's right. Zoo meat, gray meat, trying to catch pigeons and other fowl and shit in the parks because the people are starving. All the shit that we open up our fridge and see every day, you know, milk, eggs, and shit. We go in the bathroom, there's plenty of toilet paper and wipes, feminine products and whatnot. Not in Venezuela. You can forget that shit. What do they call it? Nationalizing everything? No, that's called fucking communism. That's called socialism. That's what they want to bring up here. Remember Bernie Sanders? Oh, Venezuela and those fucking billionaires. Little bastard. That's what they want to bring here. Fuck that. But anyway, because Venezuela has helped, there's some Colombian group. Venezuela helped them flood the U.S. with cocaine, a.k.a. booger sugar. We're not taking that shit no more. So, what's his name? Maduro? And wait a minute, what's going on down there? Because, what was it, last January or something, is when they had, you know, they were trying to oust Maduro, and they have the new guy in there. But now, Maduro and the new guy there, how the fuck does that work? How do you have two presidents of the same country? Who listens to who? That shit's weird. I'm glad we don't have that problem here. But Maduro is on the list. We got to go get him. There's millions of dollars in, what's the word, bounties, I guess you want to call them, on the head of him and some of his generals and shit. So watch out. If nobody turns him in, because usually that'll do it. You put enough money on somebody's head, somebody's going to turn him in. We're going to, you know, get our hooks in the cleaning lady or his dentist or somebody close to him. That's how we got Bin Laden's bitch ass. Some doctors went in there to check for some disease, malaria or some shit. That's how we got the confirmation that he was there. So that's probably how it's going to happen. Somebody's going to give him up. We'll send a little team in there. You know, we'll send a team who was never there. What do you mean? We were never in Venezuela. That kind of shit. Then we'll get him. So Maduro, watch out, man. You better be checking those blinds like a tweaker. You better watch out, man. You know how we do. Ask, what's his name? General Salami from Iran. You better hope you don't hear any whistles, because when you hear the whistle, it's too late. When you hear that, it's too late, man. It's a wrap. Get your orders, get your affairs in order, because party's over. Oh, you fucking dummies. Speaking of General Salami in Iran, so Iran, along with Venezuela, are crying and complaining that the Trump administration needs to stop all the sanctions, all the economic sanctions on their country because, you know, because of the China virus. You know, you need to lift all your sanctions on us so we can move freely and combat the coronavirus. Shut the fuck up. Venezuela and Iran have bigger problems than a fucking... Like I said before, Venezuelans are starving. That's no bullshit. It's not like the Western world version, not like the American version. I'm starving. To us, that means I need to go get something to eat. In Venezuela, that means I'm starving. And I gotta fall asleep to the smooth sounds of my stomach growling. Real starving. But you worried about the sniffles? You better get your fucking priorities straight. Don't try to get the sanctions lifted under the guise of it's the coronavirus. We're all gonna die. You don't give a fuck. That's how these socialist, communist pieces of shit work. They murder their own people. I'd love to see the body count compared with the China virus and because of their government. Let's put those death tolls next to each other. Let's juxtapose those two fucking numbers. That's what I thought. You ain't worried about no damn coronavirus. You better worry about getting emaciated, looking like a fucking POW. I say we put more sanctions on countries like that. Fuck you. Trump said no more pointless wars. He didn't say shit about sanctions and tariffs. You will do what we want you to do one way or another. Whether by the bullet or the pen, you're going to do what we tell you, period. So Maduro, whoever's close to him, his boys, his number one, his right-hand man, you guys better think about it. What are the, some cop show, I don't know if it's First 48 or what, but the dude told him, he said, he had a guy in the interrogation room, he said, hey, you want to be a defendant or you want to be a witness? What's it going to be? So you guys want to be alive or you want to be dead with this fucker? Because the drone doesn't care. Whoever's there with them, you're going. If we got to have some nerd in a fucking trailer somewhere with a lollipop in his mouth waiting for the green light to light your ass up, you want to be on the right side? You want to be next to Maduro, getting your body temperature raised to 1,000 degrees? Or do you want to be in an office somewhere telling the CIA what you know? Think about it. Oh, shit. Oh, man. And another thing, man, you guys, let's pack our bags and go on a trip on the USS Irony. So, there's a group in Sonora, Mexico, right on the other side of the border from Arizona. And I can't remember the name of the group. I'll put a link in the description box to the fucking, to the story. So there's this group, and it's called like Sonora Health, some shit, right? So there's a group of people, I guess yesterday or Wednesday, who were blocking access to Mexico for Americans. They don't want Americans coming over there and bringing the COVID-19, the China virus. Wait a minute. Let me get this shit straight. So you guys don't want us coming to Mexico bringing a disease. That sounds very familiar, because I think we've been saying the same shit forever. How does it feel, you assholes? We don't want you coming over here bringing no fucking disease either. According to the article I read, there's about 500 cases of the coronavirus, China virus, in Mexico. I didn't see anything about any deaths, but they got about 500 cases, which is not very much. So they want to keep it that way. They want to keep us diseased Americans out of the country. Well, guess what, motherfucker? That's what we've been trying to do. Try to keep diseased, sick motherfuckers from coming over here. So this group is like blocking the roads so the cars can't come. The fucking irony. How dare you? How dare you close your borders to us? Son of a bitch. Can you believe this? So let me get this straight. Other countries want to protect their sovereignty as well. Other countries want to keep their people, dare I say it, safe. How does that fucking feel? Of course you don't want people coming into your country bringing diseases. But they just going over there for a better life. I guess in our case, we're just going over there for a little vacation. What's wrong with that? Never mind all the other stuff. Never mind the fact that we could be infected with something or not. That's not the issue. We want entry into your country, so let us in. Right? That's how it works. I want to be there, so let me be there. I shouldn't need paperwork or requirements. Are you sick, healthy, financially stable? Man, fuck all that. I just want to come over and visit. Why can't I do that? You want to do that shit here? Why can't I do that there? America, California used to belong to Mexico and all that other crazy bullshit. That's why you want to come here. Why can't I go there? Don't worry about how long I'm going to stay or where I'm going to be or what I'm going to be doing. That's none of your fucking business. The fact is, it's just a crazy invisible line that somebody made up. Fuck that line. I should be able to come over there and do whatever I want because I'm a human, right? It's a human right to go wherever I want. Stupid ass shit. When I saw the title to that article, I was like, wait a minute. What? I thought we were the mean, evil, racist, whatever the fuck is and phobes you want to call us because we don't want to let just anybody in our fucking country willy-nilly. But now since there's a little issue, since there's some sniffles going around, now you don't want to let us over there. Man, fuck you. We ought to move those damn cars out of the way and come over there just because. Speaking of these sniffles we're dealing with, the China virus. So there's this guy, I believe his name is Neil Ferguson. I think I got a link for that article too. And he's a scientist, and he came out with these numbers that he crunched for the number of infected and deaths in US and the UK. And they believe the New York Times and all these other reputable publications took his studies and ran with it. And it was something like 2.2 million people will be dead in the US from the China virus, and 500,000 will be dead in the UK if, now you got to read the fine print, if nothing was done. Well, no shit, man. If you don't do something about a disease or an infection or virus or whatever, yeah, it's going to get worse. Most things get worse if they go unchecked. But now, he's revisited those numbers, he's recrunched those numbers, and now it turns out it won't be so bad. I guess after a very short time of them quarantining in the UK, now it's not so bad. Now it drops to like, oh, well, just 20,000 people. Oh, so you mean less than the fucking flu? So now the numbers aren't looking too bad. And there's some other lady they talk about in the article, Professor Gupta. She has a slightly different view on things. It's not such doom and gloom. It's not going to be the worst thing since the fucking Black Plague. It turns out, as always, it's not as bad as the mainstream mediocres told us it was going to be. Imagine that. So now that I wouldn't say he's retracting, but he's definitely changing his information. Now, the mainstream mediocre is going to run with this new information? Of course not. It goes against the script. They were all handed a copy of the script, and they all must read from it. And the first line in the script is, fuck Donald Trump at all costs. And I mean all costs. So of course they're not going to run with this information, because if it bleeds, it leads. It's going to be hard to put that fucking China virus Pandora back in the box. But the mainstream mediocres aren't going to do this shit. They like that. Anyway, they can fuck it up for Trump. Never mind the fact it's fucking it up for us too. Just like these morons in Congress who are trying to stuff this stimulus package with all this bullshit to push it through. On both sides, by the way. They're fucking, you don't realize when you go against Trump, you go against us. We put him in there, remember? We the people and all that stupid shit that you pay no attention to. And speaking of another dummy, Loco Cortez, you motherfucks, her womb is so polluted. Check out my fucking baby, man. Fucking idiot. I'm just like the third story I've done on this moron this week. But now she's all pissed off because the stimulus package doesn't include money for who? Not you. You're not worried about your stupid working American ass. You dumb fucking American citizen piece of shit. Keep your head down and keep working and give me my fucking tax money, you dummy. She's not worried about you. She's mad because the stimulus package, relief package, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have money in there for illegals. That's right, man. Don't be surprised. This is their power pack. This is their voting bloc. They're serious about this shit. You think they're not? So she's mad because the $1,200 that we're supposed to get from the federal government is not going to go to illegals. Even illegals who pay taxes. What fucking illegal pays taxes? And I'm not counting the ones who steal somebody's fucking social security number. That's a federal crime. You or me would be sitting in the clink for that. You and I would be in the booty house for that. But they turn a blind eye to them. They don't want to fuck up their gravy train. They know what side their ass is buttered on. You know what I mean? I think that's how it goes. So she's all pissed off that none of the fucking money in the relief package is for illegals. I got one word for that. Yeah. No shit, dummy. They're illegal. Fuck them. They're not legal, so they don't get money that goes to legal citizens. You don't qualify. We've all heard that at some point in our life. They don't qualify. You have to be a legal American citizen to get this money from the American government. I wish it was like that all the time. Unfortunately, it's not, but this time it is. And now you can sit there and open your fucking mouth to stand up for some people that aren't even supposed to be here. You're standing up for illegals on the backs of Americans. I just made that shit up. It was beautiful. But it's true. You're standing up for the illegals on the backs of American citizens. Fuck you and fuck them. You want a slice of this pie? You get your fucking ass in line. Like everybody else. That's what's missed here. It's not that we don't want anybody to come here at all, but if we did put a moratorium on all immigration, I would not have a problem with that shit. We want you to come here legally. When I invite you to my fucking house, don't climb through my bedroom window. That's how your ass gets shot. Come to the front door and ring the doorbell like a fucking civilized human being. If you want these illegals to have so much money, start donating your paycheck. Rocco Cortez, you fucking 10-year-old. Start donating your check. You get $175,000 a year. You could help a few illegals with that, couldn't you? Of course she won't fucking do that. How else is she gonna buy her Gucci suits and keep that ridiculous hooker red makeup on her fucking face, on her lipstick? How else is she gonna buy it? But they're not serious. Well, they are serious about it, but they're not so serious that they're gonna use their own fucking money. Why? When they can use yours. Of course illegals don't get the fucking bailout money. They're not even supposed to fucking be here. I don't give a shit if you don't get the money. I'm worried about me and my fellow Americans. Not you fools that shouldn't even be at the party who snuck in. Fuck. Can you believe that this is where we are in this country when an elected official can stand up and say, hey, you're not giving enough to illegals. Why does that word not mean anything anymore for them? It means everything for us. Let your fucking stupid American ass do something illegal. Guess who will be asking to make a phone call? Guess whose family member or significant other is going to hear you have a collect call from an inmate at so-and-so? You! They wouldn't do that shit to them. They'll let them go. They'll probably call an Uber for them and take them home. Fucking ridiculous, man. Re-fucking-diculous. But people, you know how it goes. I gotta hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please, subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone, fanatictones.com. Link in the description box. It's just $1.29. And don't you worry, I will have some post-China virus lockdown merch coming Make sure you click that link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.